With every new flip I learn, every trick I try, it's all being done with the end goal of being able to apply it in a line. Being able to incorporate a series of tricks and movements into one sequence, in my opinion, is the best way a freerunner can express their style. And for me at least, being able to achieve every line with flow, with that focus flow that I've talked about previously on this channel, is simply the best part of my training. This style encourages me to take simple, everyday objects and use them as a means to challenge myself both physically and mentally. And so we find ourselves at Heritage Park in McDonald, PA. Coming up with creative freerunning lines can be somewhat challenging. So what I like to do is find a core combination of some tricks that utilize the obstacle I'm training on, and then basically make the whole rest of the line revolve around that. And for this line, that core combination was inspired by Joey Adrian's Red Bull Art of Motion 2016 submission. After seeing him do countless tricks that are well beyond my ability, there was one point in one of the lines where he did this palm spin variation into a step-up backflip. It was stylish, it was buttery smooth, but more importantly, it was doable. So when I got to this simple but pretty well-crafted bench, I knew that's exactly what I wanted to revolve my line around. As per usual, even this simple combo was much easier said than done. But after some trial and error and a little bit of tweaking, I found a way to utilize this trick in the way that I saw fit. I opted to switch out the backflip for more of a backflip 90/Arabian so that I could add a quick little tumbling combo right after. And from there, I just had to figure out what I was going to do in the beginning of the line to lead up to that eventual combo. One thing I try to do in order to spice up my lines and get myself in a more creative mindset is to really think about the key features of the spot that I'm training on. So when it comes to this scenario, a bench is a pretty standard obstacle that you'll see all around where you live, and therefore it's really easy to think about some of the more basic tricks to do on a bench that you might have been inspired to do from other freerunners. So in order to make it a little bit more creative, I try to think about key elements of that specific bench that I'm training on that can't be applied to other benches. In the case of this one, I noticed that it didn't have any armrests, and that might sound trivial at first, but it gets me in the mindset of thinking, how can I use this bench in particular in a different way because of that lack of armrest? So after some thinking, I decided I could probably make do with a side flip precision up that bench to start my line off. From there, I could pop a backflip immediately off the bench, which would put me in a perfect position to continue the rest of the line from that palm spin variation. So I got to work. There was a lot of challenging parts to this line. Being able to connect that side flip to the back flip with flow, especially when the momentum is going perpendicular to it, was probably one of the hardest parts. And to make it even harder, that back flip had to be landed perfectly weighted so that I could go right into the palm spin without any hesitation. With lines like these that incorporate a lot of new movements, I like to break it down and practice each individual part over and over until I get it really consistently. Because in a line like this that has 6 tricks, if you only have a 50% chance of landing each movement in the way that you need to in order to incorporate them into the line, then you have basically 0% chance of landing all of those tricks in the same line. So really with this line, it just took a bunch of repetition trying to get as consistent as possible, and that's where a lot of the frustration can sometimes come from. But there was something about the end result I was looking for and realizing that it was achievable for me at that given time that made me just so excited to try to get it done. And the feeling I got when I finally did land it made it completely worth it. And it was also nice to be able to complete it without really any bad falls. Well, until I tried to clean it up, that is. But hey, that's life.